If rape occurred, it should have been investigated, prosecuted, and the responsible people
but the
should be
UN
held to
says
justice.
it did happen.
No, the point is, no,
you
the
work
UN
at the UN.
said, no, the UN, the UN is there are political appointees and then human rights appointees, and the Commission of Inquiry concluded that there was in June that there was no evidence to support the claims of gang rape. But let's assume, I don't want to say anything that I've not investigated, so let's assume that rape occurred. So does it justify what Israel has done? What the reason why?
No, I'm curious why
Yeah.
as a woman who works at the United Nations, why you would even want to have a spectre of doubt about it. I've read so many
because of the beheaded babies, because of the claim of beheaded babies. How many journalists, sorry, Piers, including yourself, have amplified this news and used this argument of the beheaded babies?
What do you think I said?
Well, you have
What do you think I said?
You have asked the people, do you condemn Hamas? And you have mentioned the beheaded babies.
What do you think I said?
What do you mean what I think you said?
Quote back to me what you think I said about babies.
Beheaded babies.
Yeah.
Did you say that or not?
All I've seen ever since...
Did you say that or not?
I'm about to answer you. All I've seen ever since is that I apparently said that up to 40 babies have been beheaded. I never said that. I choked up earlier reading this new revelation about 40 babies being killed.
Oh my God.
And some of them being beheaded. And I was like, how can any human being do that to a baby?
I don't know.
It's completely untrue.
You said, no. Look, you have referred to, I don't know if 40, you have referred to the beheaded babies or to the babies
I
killed.
talked about babies being killed, people being beheaded, which they were, because you know how we know that? Because Hamas broadcast it on their GoPro cameras.
Look, I'm not going to justify or to condone any crimes that were committed on October 7. My question is, what purpose does it serve? Because the only animus I had when I tweeted what you just read, is let's try to diffuse the tension, because this language, this evocation of the barbarism of the Palestinians represented an existential threat. What about the rape that is documented against hundreds of Palestinians in Israeli jails? Can we talk about that?
Here's the thing.
Because we have evidence of this.
Fine. Here's what I would say to you.
I think at the same time we condemn those atrocities, we have to condemn the atrocities that happen every day to Palestinians in the West Bank. You mentioned sexual violence. I was part of the human rights vetting process for arms going to Israel, and a charity called Defense of Children International Palestine drew our attention at the State Department to the sexual assault, actually the rape of a 13-year-old boy that occurred in an Israeli prison in the Mosque in Jerusalem. We examined these allegations. We believe they were credible. We put them to the government of Israel. And you know what happened the next day? The IDF went into the DCIP offices and removed all their computers and declared them a terrorist entity. I think it is vital that atrocities not happen to anyone, not sexual violations, not any kind of gross violation of human rights. We are looking at a situation where there is so much dehumanification, where people are not seen for the value that they have. And I think that's true whether you're talking about those who are attacked on their kibbutz or those who are attacked in their homes in Gaza or in the West Bank. What we really need is to center the human beings who are at the core and who are suffering so much in this conflict.
I actually resent anybody who tries to downplay or mitigate the barbarism of what Hamas did that day, because it was utterly barbaric. It was medieval in its barbarism. And the reason we know that, beyond any doubt, is they were proudly broadcasting it to the world.
Piers, I find utterly horrific any crime against any civilian body or collective. I do not distinguish people because of the color of the skin, because of their ethnicity, religious. This doesn't matter to me. For me, the life of civilians is sacred. And this is why I'm so horrified by years and years I've spent documenting and reporting on the violations of Palestinians. And I'm someone who has produced scholarship on Palestinian forced displacement. So 76 years and even more since British colonialism in Palestine. For 100 years, these people have been tormented. So two wrongs don't make a right. This is the only thing I can say.